South Wales-Victoria border. 7 countries are competing, and after 2 rounds, Australia is running a poor second, behind, of all people, the United States. Howard Gibbs reports on a sporting disaster that's even more serious than losing the America's Cup.
As he meets his moment of truth, Australia's Jeff Kennedy is nervous.
Good luck. Remember, Bob Hawke and the rest of us were all with you, OK?
Thank you.
To the tiny town of Barooga from all corners of the globe, the fleet of foot and deft of digit have come. A bicentenary event of world significance. They've come to watch with awe from as far away as the other side of town. And as each of the 7 nations struggles for supremacy, the tension is clear to see. With bells round their fingers and rings round their necks.
My wedding ring, eh?
Dutchman Fedwa Engwerder combines business with pleasure. But is it good to do so much running on your honeymoon?
She's a referee, and she's running all day.
It's a different honeymoon anyway.
It is.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do. Sometimes the wind just destroys you, despite your best efforts.
The Americans are quietly confident, and they're winning. Australia and France are on their heels.
Vive la France.
But it's the Swiss who might upset everyone. Their bells drive you bonkers.
I have to be calm down on myself and I have to try my best.
No flies on you anyway.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Organiser Dennis Maxwell has had an earful.
Yeah, well, I don't really go along with that sort of tactic.
It's a bit dirty, really, isn't it?
Well, it is a little bit dirty, but the Swiss, in their own sort of way, have certainly added a great deal of colour to our World Cup.
I've been always a little strange, you know. I do a lot of things like that because it's nice not to do the same as the other one, you know. And we always throw boomerangs.
Why?
Because it's like a drug addiction, you know.
The French are also addicted.
It's magic. It's just magic.
There are more boomerang clubs in Paris than there are in the whole of Australia.
It's strange, but it's true.
It's also strange to think that boomerangs could be behind this influx of foreign athletes to a small Australian country town.
Well, all over the world, they say the same. From Holland, throwing boomerangs.
Crazy.
You must be mad. Yeah.
Well, I started when I was 10 years old, and I read an article in a Reader's Digest book for children, and it talked about two guys in Australia. That's what got me started.
That might be the reason the Americans are ahead. Our team just doesn't have the experience.
I'm not embarrassed. The boys are certainly trying their hardest, and this is the first time in international competition for 2 of our competitors, and maybe the nerves have got to them a little bit, and they might, like some of the weaker nations, are just trying to push themselves a little bit too much.
If somebody don't do something about it and encourage it, it's just going to die out, you know.
Bluey and Jimmy are the only representatives of the original boomerang throwers here, and they're on the sidelines. Their style of throwing just doesn't suit competition. But here we have one of Australia's native sons showing someone from the rising sun the way it used to be.
Oh, good one. That's all right. That's okay.
Ah, this one's fantastic. It's very, very attractive.
This weekend, one nation will emerge victorious, and 6 will simply have had a great time losing. Maybe they're not so crazy after all.
They must all be cheating. I don't believe we could lose. That's another week of A Current Affair. Thanks for being with us.